All right, class, let's settle in. Let's see. Do we have everyone here? Costco, Sam's Club, Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, Office Depot, Amazon. Office Depot, you have to turn on your camera. Office Depot, can someone help Office? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Your homework assignment, Big Brand Stores, was to create a yellow and black 27-gallon tote that people would actually want to buy. A tote perfect for organizing people's garages with the tote rack plans linked below. It's a tough task, but if you followed my 7-step guide, you've got nothing to worry about. So you'll be graded on toughness, lid, stackability, handling, flexibility, availability, and overall value. Oh, and by the way, I personally went to each of your stores to check out the totes myself, and I went through 40,000 reviews to make sure we're getting the full picture here. All right, Costco, you're up. For toughness, ooh, not good, Costco. You chose to make the totes out of that shiny plastic. It's brittle and weak. And when I was at your store, just a little pressure at the top of the tote and it cracked. And I'm not the only one who noticed this. For this reason, I'm giving you a 4 out of 10 for toughness. Also, those flaps that lock the lid in place are way too long, making opening and closing the tote a real pain. I had to practically perform CPR just to get it to close. That was pretty annoying. Please trim down those flaps. For that reason, you're getting a 4 out of 10 for the lid. The stackability is okay. There is some shifting when stacking, which can cause tipping. 5 out of 10. It is easy to move around, but the lid issues make it tough to open and close. So for handling, you get a 5 out of 10. These totes are decent for general storage, seasonal items, occasional use, and maybe even business storage. But I don't think people can count on them for heavy things, which limits their usefulness. 6 out of 10 for flexibility. I love that you have close to 900 stores, but you require membership to buy anything. And if I want to buy online without a membership, there's a 5% surcharge. I'll give you a 6 out of 10 for availability. All right, now for value, you've got great bulk pricing at $7.99 per tote, which is the lowest among your peers. I love the savings, but the quality isn't great. Still, for the price, it's a solid 9 out of 10. Overall score, 39 out of 70. You did okay, Costco. Okay, Home Depot, you're next. And I just gotta say, I'm a huge fan, but I'm gonna try to keep this review unbiased. For toughness, oof, you nailed it. Hey, solid 9 out of 10. You didn't cheap out with brittle plastic like Costco. Your plastic bends before it breaks, which is what I want. Reviewers agree, whether it's tools, heavy books, or gym weights, your totes stay strong under pressure. For the lid, you kept it simple, but what's this? You added a diamond plate pattern that not only looks cool, but also strengthens the lid. It opens and closes smoothly, no struggle here, just satisfying clicks. 9 out of 10 for the lid. For stackability, oh wow, this is where you shine. Deep interlocking lids that reduce wobbling. Yes please, the stack feels solid and secure. For this, you get a perfect 10 out of 10. They're easy to carry, easy to open, just work smoothly overall. A strong 9 out of 10 for handling. For flexibility, ooh. This is where things get tricky. Your deep lid design might be a win for stackability, but it's annoying when trying to maximize storage space. When I filled up one of your totes nicely to the top, thinking it's all set, then nope, the lid doesn't close because it needs extra room. It's frustrating when you're trying to store more, but you're stuck with that wasted gap at the top. On top of that, there's that infamous chemical smell. I mean, it's strong. Your customers can't wash it out or air it out easily. This really limits where I'd feel comfortable using these. Baby clothes, food items, forget it. It can be a deal breaker unless your customers are willing to take the extra step of cleaning them out and airing them out beforehand. So for that reason, I'm giving you a 3 out of 10 for flexibility. Regarding availability, here's the thing. People expect consistency, and Home Depot, you sometimes drop the ball on that. If you can't keep it on the shelves, at least have it reliably online year-round. Otherwise, people are just gonna move on. I'll give you a 4 out of 10 for availability. For value, now this is where I really appreciate you. $9.98 is a decent price, but what I really love is your willingness to negotiate. This is why you stand out to me. I'm always getting a deal from you. It's rare that I ever walk out without a 20% off discount on my total purchase. And you don't disappoint with these totes either. Not only did you match Costco's price, but you also threw in an extra 10% off because of your price beat policy. I ended up getting them for 30% off, and that's the kind of value that people keep coming back for. Even without the discount, I'd still buy them from you, but the extra negotiation power is what makes you a 10 out of 10 in my book. You get a 54 out of 70. Great job, Home Depot. All right, Lowe's, you're up. Let's just say, I'll give you a 6 out of 10 for toughness. Here's why. The plastic isn't brittle like some others, but it's thinner. That's the problem. When you stack a bunch of totes, the plastic buckles under the weight. There are no cracks, but you can see it straining under pressure. For a heavy-duty tote, that's disappointing. The lid does its job, it opens and closes as expected, but it's pretty flimsy. Nothing impressive here, 6 out of 10. These totes stack, but they're wobbly. I wouldn't trust them loaded up too high because that cheap plastic makes them prone to buckling and eventually tipping. 5 out of 10 for stackability. Handling is fine, no major complaint here, easy enough to carry and maneuver. I'll give you an 8 out of 10. The thin plastic limits its usefulness, especially in tougher situations like transporting. I can see it buckling, twisting, or even breaking with repeated use in a truck or some similar situation. Overall, a 6 out of 10 for flexibility. Now, you do have 1,700 stores nationwide. These totes are usually well stocked both in-store and online year-round. That's a solid 9 out of 10. For value, you do offer a slight bulk discount from $10.98 to $9.66 each, which is decent but still average compared to others. I'm sticking with a 6 out of 10 for value, which makes your total score 46 out of 70. Thank you, Lowe's. All right, Office Depot. Let's break this down. I see your totes are green made, just like Costco, but they're clearly not the same tote. Yours is green made professional storage tote, while Costco is just green made 27-gallon storage bin. Since these are basically cousin totes, they do share some of the same flaws, like the annoying long lid flaps that are tough to open and close. But your tote isn't made from that cheap brittle plastic. It feels much more tough. So I'm giving you an 8 out of 10 for toughness, but you still get 4 out of 10 for the lid. Stackability, these don't interlock like the Home Depot totes, which is a letdown. It's similar to Costco in that regard. It stacks, not great, 5 out of 10. Handling, same story as Costco here. These lid flaps ruin the experience, 5 out of 10. Flexibility, I'll give you credit where it's due. Your tote is tougher than Costco's, which makes it more versatile. So I'll give you a 7 out of 10 for flexibility. For availability, this is where things kind of start to fall apart. Even with 1,700 stores in the US, it feels like you're a dying business. Walking into your store feels sad. You never have things in stock. I even called ahead, but you just had one tote available. You offered to transport more from another store, but come on, who buys one tote at a time? The size of your stores means you can't stock much inventory. It makes it a hassle compared to buying in bulk like from Costco or Sam's Club. For that, you get a 2 out of 10. And here's the kicker. You're selling these for $15.99 each. Are you serious? I could get 2 of these totes for that price at Costco. Why would anybody want to buy this from you? You get a 1 out of 10 for value here. All right, Sam's Club, let's see what you've got. For toughness, pretty decent, honestly. The plastic is thinner, but it's not brittle or shiny like some others. It'll get the job done. Solid 7 out of 10. No complaints here about the lid. It opens and closes smoothly, no issues at all. Reliable 7 out of 10. For stackability, it's all right. It's a bit wobbly and has a little play when stacked, so it's not rock solid, but it's manageable. I'll give you a 6 out of 10. For handling, overall, handles well, easy to carry, easy to open and close. And you're looking at another 7 out of 10 here. For flexibility, it's versatile enough for various uses. The plastic isn't the toughest, but it's good enough for general storage and for moving things around. 7 out of 10. You're doing real well so far, Sam's Club. Nice job. For availability, now here's a bit of a downside. You only have about 600 stores nationwide. That's a bit disappointing because your totes are decent and they're not as widely available as I would like. Hopefully you'll open more locations soon in the future. For now, I'll give you a 5 out of 10. Just a step behind Costco. And wait, what's this? $8.98 each? That's pretty exciting. You're getting a pretty good deal. Fantastic value for the price. An easy 9 out of 10. Overall score, 48 out of 7. Nicely done. Okay, Amazon. $22.50 per tote? And I'm forced to buy a 4-pack? Really? Well, looks like you've got over 4,000 reviews, so somebody's buying these. Let's break this down. And you know what? I wasn't about to drop close to $100 on these, so I had ChatGPT dig into the reviews for the inside scoop. All right, for Toughness, you've got a lot of mixed reviews here. Some people, like John Withington, wish the plastic was thicker. He says stress points are showing up on the box surface, and others like Emily White found them durable enough. She says, I've had this tote for over a year, held up well. Still nothing special, just an average 6 out of 10. The lid seems to hold up well. SoCal Vixen was very happy with it. She says it was worth the buy, very satisfied with these, just moved across the country with them. It does what it's supposed to, so I'll give you a decent 7 out of 10. For stackability, these stack well enough. Reviewers noted that they're stable enough for general use, so 6 out of 10 is fair. For handling, no big issues here. Reviewers found it easy to carry and maneuver, so it gets a 7 out of 10. Flexibility, 7 out of 10. Sure, you're available year-round, and that's great for remote buyers who rely on shipping, but there's the waiting game, and the returns could be a headache. Returning 20 totes sounds like a logistical nightmare. That brings it down to a 7 out of 10 for availability. And now the real issue, $22.50 each. That's a steep ask for something reviewers say they found for half the price elsewhere. As Florida Girl 1 puts it, thick plastic construction, very sturdy. Only issue is we found them for half the price at Lowe's. Same product. This made me question the value. Same product, double the price. How does that make sense? Unless someone's got no other options, this just isn't worth Amazon. You get a 1 out of 10. Your total score? 41 out of 70. Okay, Walmart, you're the last one. You're kind of in the same boat as Amazon, and honestly, it's disappointing. I went to your store, but you don't even stock these totes on the floor. You have close to 11,000 stores across every major city in America, yet none of them carry this in store. You only have them online, and there are barely any reviews to go off of. You're selling these totes for $17.49 each, which is just not competitive, and like Amazon, I'm forced to buy a 4-pack right off the bat. That's already a bad start. Since I only have 44 reviews, I'm going to make a lot of assumptions here and give you a 5 out of 10 for everything except for value. Not only are you charging too much, but there are reviews like Walmart used a third party, Home Depot, to fulfill the order at $40 less than what I paid them. This is a scam. That's shady. Another review says, received 2 totes instead of 4. Notifications did not happen as per their stated policy. Still waiting on refund to receive only half the shipment. It's one thing to overcharge, but another to have poor service on top of it. Because of this, you get a well-deserved 2 out of 10. Class dismissed.